Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. Today, we're talking about how YouTube is cracking down on harassment and threats and enacts new guidelines for content creators. Yes, we're back to this again. YouTube, in its non-ceasing plunge into irrelevancy, is once again trying to screw its content creators. So come with me as we read this article to see how YouTube is destroying itself again. YouTube recently unveiled an updated harassment policy for their website, which aims to reduce the amount of harassment threats and toxic comments in response to calls for the video sharing platform to take more direct action against these elements. On December 11th, YouTube's Vice President and Global Head of Trust and Safety, Matt Halperin, announced the updated policy in a blog post to the official YouTube blog. In the post, Halperin explains that YouTube will not tolerate harassment and outlines the actions of the website will take against specific behavior. These behaviors include... All right. Anyone want to take bets that these policies are so weirdly written that they can be interpreted in any way to make it easier for YouTube to basically press its power down upon its content creators and allow them to basically ban and remove their videos from the YouTube platform? Threats and personal attacks, which will be combated by prohibiting explicit threats, but also veiled or implied threats, which includes content simulating violence towards an individual or language suggesting physical violence may occur. Patterns of harassing behavior defined as a pattern of repeated behavior across multiple videos or comments. Even if any individual video doesn't cross our policy line, with YouTube starting that channel that repeatedly brush up against our harassment policy will be suspended from YPP, eliminating their ability to make money on YouTube, and that the website may remove content issue strikes or terminate a channel in response. Toxic comments, with YouTube stating that they've continued to fine-tune our systems to make sure we catch truly toxic comments, and will roll out their new feature which automatically holds potentially inappropriate comments for review by the creator, who can then choose whether the comment will appear on their video or not, to most channels by the end of the year. So these guidelines can be interpreted in any way imaginable and then used to basically ban or remove videos from their platform. Oh, this is just great. So basically you can come up with any little problem you have with the content creators and their videos and then use it against them. Well, if people were betting on that as the way this guideline update was going to be used, well, you're right. Congratulations, folks. These updated policies seem to be delayed response to the conflict between Carlos Maza and Steven Crowder, which engulfed the site earlier in the year, which saw the website promise to make changes in response to Maza's accusations that Crowder was regularly harassing him on his YouTube show, Louder with Crowder. Steven Crowder wasn't harassing anyone. He's a comedian. It's his job to make fun of people. If you can't do that on YouTube on your own show, then what is the purpose of YouTube nowadays, huh? Honestly, I have to ask YouTube. Steven Crowder is a comedian, and he made fun of a guy who deserved it, in my opinion, because his recent behavior proves that Maza needs to be made fun of. However, as with many YouTube policy changes, these updated guidelines have begun to negatively impact creators on the platform due to its vague and widespread definitions. Most notably, YouTube has removed a video critical of the questionable content and practices of YouTuber Leafy by fellow YouTuber iDubbbz, citing the updated policy as the reason for the removal. From iDubbbz. Download your favorite bullying vids before YouTube takes them down. Your video has been removed from YouTube. YouTube, to me. Does that mean iDubbbz just had his video removed from YouTube over these policies? It kind of looks like it, doesn't it, folks? But that's probably what's going to happen now, because these YouTubers that get people's videos removed will probably have their own videos removed by other people or by the platform itself. Look forward to that in the future. YouTube, hi Dubs. As you may know, our community guidelines describe which content we allow and don't allow on YouTube. Your video content, Cop Leafy, was flagged to us for review. Upon review, we've determined that it violates our guidelines and that we moved it from YouTube. This is hilarious, folks. But mind you, I don't really know what's going on with Leafy and iDubbbz, so this only looks like that iDubbbz himself has had his video removed. Another popular YouTuber, Eddie Burback, also questioned if it were appropriate for YouTube to retroactively apply these rules to videos made before the policy was updated. They're going to do it anyway because that's the kind of company YouTube is, and why we should move over to BitChute or any other streaming service. Because this just gives us more evidence that we should. Because no one is safe with these policies. The people we don't like will get flagged just as much as we will, so we all have to do something about this and probably move to other platforms. A tweet from Eddie Burback. So let's pretend that YouTube removing the Leafy content cop was fair. Is it okay for YouTube to change its guidelines then remove content that was posted before the change? If you followed YouTube's rules in 2019 and they changed them in 2030, should they remove all your content? From what we're seeing, they probably will do this because YouTube doesn't really care about its content creators. They only want to please the stars on their recommended channels. You know, those basically movie stars and has-been actors who set up YouTube channels. So the corporations that basically control them can control the narrative so that they can elect a Democrat in the next election as well as control the next streaming media paradigm so they can control the narrative for the next century. But that's not going to work. Because the more they try to do this to YouTube, the more people will go to other streaming services, and those streaming services will become the next paradigm in the media war, and they will be able to push out the old stream media permanently. Here is another tweet from Eddie Burback. Like it or not, this is someone's art they are trying to erase from popular culture. YouTube is the #1 and only online video option for most people, even though it followed the rules of their site when posted. Yeah. You can't take away people's art and content they made. They worked very hard on making it, and now that the policies changed, you can just strip that away from them like it was nothing. Steven Crowder warned these new policies will usher in what he described as a YouTube purge, and this guy is a genius. Of course, everyone could see what YouTube was going to do and is doing, but Steven Crowder said it first, and he is right. Now, we have to do something about this. It must be made blatantly clear to YouTube and their CEO that anytime you do this, you will suffer for it. Nothing violent has to happen, but YouTube will suffer immensely for this because their policies will kill the platform. But we must make sure they know that. But it really doesn't matter because there's BitChute and there's Minds and Gab. Even if Gab has problems right now, there are so many other streaming sites coming up in the world that we will be fine. They can try and stop us as much as they want, but they're not going to be able to do it. People want real content, something more interesting than the lamestream media can provide. Because all they have are a bunch of has-been comedians who basically sound like they're, well, playing fiddle to the SJWs and are not funny anymore. Well, barring Dave Chappelle, who doesn't give a damn. But most of the content coming out of these people in movies and stuff like that just isn't very good. Well, there was the Joker. Now, I didn't really enjoy the Joker, but it had great acting, and it was just a plainly great movie. I just didn't enjoy it because it was just so damn grim, but that's the kind of art people want, and YouTubers can provide it for them, or rather, BitChuters now, I should say. But like how they went after Joker or anyone else who has a different opinion of them, we must make it blatantly clear you can't control us. No matter how much you try to attack us, well, we can play tit for tat for that by making stuff and basically annoying the hell out of you, and that just makes you SJWs angrier and angrier, and we just laugh and laugh in your faces. And remember, you SJW YouTubers are also on YouTube's shit list, so they're going to be coming after you as well as us. So remember that when they've banned your videos as well. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because, as this video states, YouTube is going around making people's lives online miserable. So they're basically having a subscriber purge as well as an ad revenue purge right now. So make sure you are all still subscribed. Also, if you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You. Then go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. Also, could you please share this video? Share it on Twitter, and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it would do the most good, because YouTube is also not going around promoting their own YouTube creators anymore, and it would would really help me if you could please share this video. Now listen closely. Keep checking back in future videos for more information on my upcoming independent comic book Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.